Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So on the No Hope Estate, today is probably going to be the hardest episode, whereas yesterday was probably the second hardest episode to get through. Yesterday we did the Grieving Nurarihyon quest, where there was a very hard boss after like 60 some enemies, wave-based, almost no reprieve in between. And today, it's essentially the same thing, except for there's more enemies. At least if I recall right. In the last quest, there was 66 total enemies beat. I don't really remember how many are in the Sunward Isles or the Night Parade, but as you can see, it's wave-based, pitch is black. And if I recall right, which I probably am not, this has like around 100 enemies you have to beat, with the boss actually being in the middle. Afterwards, you still have to fight like 1 or 2 waves of bosses afterward. It's kind of odd. So Night Parade. Legends in the Isles tell of a valley inhabited by the strongest of spirits. Fight them off through the night and become a living legend. So we're going to be using the same party with a little bit of a bonus trinket-wise because we're in the Sunward Isles as last time. Pretty much the only change, which I'll still go over the entire group, is the fact that we're going to be using the Tattered Parasol over Wilbur's Flag. The reason for this is we have the plus 20% dodge from it and the plus 20% dodge while we're in the Sunward Isles. Because we're in the Sunward Isles, and last time with the Grieving Nurarihyon quest, we were in the hamlet, so the plus 20% dodge while in the Sunward Isles did not apply. So that gives us a little bit extra dodge, which is going to come in handy considering how many extra enemies we have to survive the onslaught from. So for today, we're still using Baliol, the Uncrowned. We did get the runs off of him, which last time near the end of the quest ended up losing him 20 some dodge, which really hampered what we were doing. He's here for the plus damage received and the blight on hit. But he can also do things like ambush, making sure certain enemies can't be guarded, and ignoring riposte. We have the bones on him, which on dodge will riposte an enemy, and gives him plus 5 crit and plus 10 flat dodge. However, what it also does is plus 10% dodge per multiplier per combo point, and he gets 4 combo points. This gives him plus 40% dodge at max 4 combo points, and we will not be spending those until I know a fight is over, because they do not go wave to wave. Otherwise, we have the Trapped Onabi giving him plus 20% more dodge and plus 20% more dodge when attacked by Onabi, which everything should be an Onabi, meaning he's effectively going to get plus 80% dodge between these two trinkets on top of the plus 10 dodge. So his dodge realistically goes to almost like 90 if I recall correctly. Next up we have Lilia, the White Priestess. She fills a very important role here. So on top of the fact that we've already gone over the Tattered Parasol giving her up to 40% dodge here, she has the Ancestor's Coat giving her plus 15 dodge. She's going to have a very high dodge as well, capping at somewhere, I'm not sure where the dodge goes here because this is a little wonky. I'm not sure if it's 66 or if it's going to be going higher. But she has 47 before the Tattered Parasol. So, realistically, I think each of the 20% should be giving her close to 10, 9, 10. So you can see here 47, so that's 66. That might be what her dodge caps at, is 66. But otherwise, she has Abyss Keeper, Marking, and Blighting. For the Grave Robber's Thrown Dagger, that's 40% extra damage versus Marked and 33% damage versus Blighted, so Audrey's going to be popping off just from that. She also has Night Captain, which does extra damage versus Marked, but Guardian Nun gives herself a block, so on top of the fact she's going to have high dodge, this is also going to make it so that she doesn't get hit, because the block is there. She also has Last Rites, which makes it so that when I use Guardian Nun later in the fights, that Guardian Nun gives everyone a block and gives her a second block, which saved me during the Grieving Nurarihyon fight. She also has Prayer, which steals Blight from an ally so that I can take it onto Lilia, and then Lilia at the end of her turn turns that into a Horror instead of a Blight, and we don't take as much damage, we just take stress. Next up is Esmeralda, our Omen Seeker. She's pretty much here for the Windmill Chakram, but we do get some use out of every other skill here. This bypasses and de-stealths the Casa Obaques, and lowers the accuracy on anything else we hit. We have Piercing Dagger if I want to lower protection and or bleed anything that has high blight resistance and I want to dot it down. We have Expunge if I want to do armor piercing versus bladed, taking things out because this has a higher accuracy than any other hit I have. And if I really just want to lower dodge, I have Undercut. The one thing I will point out here is in the last dungeon or the last quest, I had to deal with these blooming corpse things that would lower my dodge by 30%. I'm not sure I have to put up with that in the Night Parade. We'll have to see, but Esmeralda was really good at taking those out, so I might be putting her on that duty this time as well. For her trinkets, we have Mother's Mask. This is like a better version of the Ancestor's Coat, but you do have to fight a very rare and a very hard, dangerous boss to get this. This is from the Talon Matron from the Falconeer. Hero mod. You have to have 4 heroes, an entire party of heroes with Marked by the Flock to even bring her out, and then, I'm pretty sure you have to have 4, you might be able to be lucky with less. And then you have to find her in the dungeon, then you have to fight her and bring her down. On this estate, I lost 2 heroes doing that, but for beating her, you do get Mother's Mask in addition to another trinket. This gives +2 speed in addition to the +15 dodge. It's amazing. We also have Ebbing Deck, which gives up to 50 dodge, but it's contingent on being lower on HP. So you get +5 dodge if your HP is below 70%, +10 dodge if your HP is below 50, +15 if below 30, and +20 if below 10. However, on the downside, if you do get hit, you take +10% damage received. Finally, we have Audrey. She does a lot of damage here with Throw and Dagger, +40% like I said versus Marked, which we have a marker, +33% versus Bladed, we have multiple people doing blading. She has Poison Dart to lower blight resistance and blight. We have Shadow Fade if she gets dragged forward for whatever reason. She also can stealth, doing that, up her damage, crit, and dodge even further. And Lunge to just finish things off and doing extra damage versus Blighted. Kind of use this for like at the very end of fights when I know things are going to go down because it kind of messes up the positioning of people. For her trinkets, we have the Ornate Sensu. Realistically, this just gives her 30 dodge because it's +15 dodge flat and +15 dodge when attacked by a yokai. Everything will be a yokai. However, on being hit, she gets +5 stress. Then we have the Lucky Talisman giving her +10 dodge. So realistically, just from trinkets, we have 40 flat dodge. But then we get 10 more if her HP is below 50 and 10 more at Death's Door. So we can get up to 60 dodge from her trinkets, meaning she can get up to 90 dodge. So with that being said, we're going to try the Night Parade. I'm expecting to lose people. We are going to see what happens. As you can see, I cannot use food like I have been to heal people, which is a very big downside for me. We're still going to see what happens though. I'm going to bring Amphitheater Ribbons for everyone. This lowers my stress received for any attack that will stress me out, and it also ups my movement resistance, so things like the Isonade can't shuffle me or pull me or anything like that. I want Anathemums for the debuff and the blight chance. I'm so low on Memorial Ribbons. We're going to take Training Ribbons for the accuracy and the protection. I'm taking Altar Ribbons for the stun resistance because the stun resistance will take me out. I might as well take the Performance Ribbons here because that is plus stress relief done, even though, that's not going to be as big of a thing. It's also the plus speed, so I can just take enemy waves out faster before they take me out. And I will take the last of my Memorial Ribbons. This gives me -8% crits received, which were a big part of how I went to Death's Door very, very quickly. This is also +8% crit chance if my HP is below 50% for it, and things go downhill very, very quickly. That's going to be about it because that's all the ribbons I pretty much have. I also have a town event here because we did the Tofu Child's Grave in the last quest. So this gives me +50% virtue chance on the next quest and 20% stress relief received on the next quest. Just so people are aware of that. So with that being said, let's be ready to lose some heroes. I have everything set up correctly, right? Everyone's skills are at level 5, all my gear is level 5, I have trinkets. Let's go, no turning back. There are 3 different bosses you can encounter here. Each has their own strengths and weaknesses. Be prepared to fight any of them. I have only fought one of them, so I don't know what the other 2 do. They are random, so if I went in here again, for whatever reason, I could fight the same boss that I have already fought. That's why I'm not going to be doing this 3 different times.
Battle behind, battle ahead. But for a moment, peace.
And as you can see, there are a lot of waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a boss. But realistically, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Boss here, if I remember right, and then another wave. Anyway, performance ribbons where I can, that is plus speed. I want memorial ribbons on Esmeralda. That is minus crits received, so she doesn't be crit in one hit. And then on Baliol, because he has very low health. The reason I'm not doing it on Lilia is that I can get Guardian Nun here going, and that gives blocks very often. Anathemums on everyone. That is plus debuff and Blade chance. Training Ribbon plus accuracy 10% protection. Altar Ribbons for the stun resistance. I didn't bring enough. And Amphitheater on everyone. Making sure I didn't already do that, because I thought I did Amphitheater already. Okay, and for those of you who don't know, those are essentially my districts. For the most part, I don't get district bonuses anymore because of Cerebral's district reworks. So those are replacing my districts. Challenger's Doorway. This door leads to the legendary value. Once you enter, it will be difficult to leave. Let's go. Okay. Shoguru needs to go first. I don't want to deal with the riposts. Windmill Chakram at it. Because I'm not going to get the bleed off. Blighting it with Poison Dart. That's a blight for 4. And has 1 health left. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to Abyss Keeper it. That hits it for 1. It goes down. Then we're going to Knight Captain onto the Hiki Crab. Moving forward, and next time we can use Guardian Nun getting a block on her.
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
A hit right off the bat. Yikes. $100 dodge there on Baliol. That is amazing. I was trying to de-stealth the Casa Obake, but that did not happen. Because we dodged, we riposted. Guardian Nun, moving back, getting our block on Lilia. Light takes out Hiki Crab. I'm sorry, what happened here? Why am I in this mode? I guess ambushing the Oni. There we went back to this mode. But I should have been in Poison Knife and Hemorrhage and all that, the unstealth stuff, but okay. Poison Dart on Oni. Good riposte. Oni goes down to Blight. So we're going to Blight the Casa Obake. Marking Blighting Doritabu. Knight Captain Casa Obake. We'll see if that turns into anything. Poison Knife Doritabu. Blighted for 4.
The enemy crumbles.
Making sure Doritabu can't hit me.
The slow death.
And watching what happens.
Unforgiving.
Very nice dodge.
Great is the
Oni's down.
On its own.
It does turn into the Blue Midge. Unfortunate. We will still get rid of that. Bear wants food. One moment. Come on. This has 11 health, right? Okay. So Poison Knife Doritabu. Blighted for 7. It has 9 health. We're gonna Piercing We're going to expunge onto the plumage. It's down. I only need 2 damage onto the Doritabu, so let's do what we can here. Unfortunately, that blight won't take out the corpse, so we're going to have another one on our hand. Unless that happens. I want the mini Bozu down first. So, Guardian Nun here. Getting another block.
The birthplace of dread.
Chakram on Odoroshi, they're the second biggest problem, lowering the accuracy. Throwing Dagger, Odoroshi. And Poison Dagger on it. It's going to buff itself so we get a free action on the mini Bozu before it goes crazy with damage. Odoroshi down. Alright, we're doing fine, we're doing fine. Plumage needs to go down before they hit us. Especially with that mini Bozu, so I'm going to use Lilia's turn for that. Because that's minus 30% dodge. You would also not be able to stun. The minus 8% damage, if not at Death's Door, is from the mini Bozu. Now, Throne Dagger. We'll just blight the mini Bozu. Well, screw him. And he hit us. A lot of stress from that hit. Okay. Let's try to... I can't even do that. We're gonna Windmill Chakram, lowering the accuracy on Hiki. Everyone else can go at the bloated mini Bozu, though. There we go. So there's something about the Poison Knife here with the Uncrowned, by the way. That because we're in a Pitches Black dungeon rather than a normal dungeon, the Poison Knife is not going to wear off. And it's just, like, the only way he can hit the back rows at times, so it's not like I'm not going to use it. Taking out the bloated mini Bozu. Kind of looks like a little lizard there, not gonna lie. Poison Knife Hiki Crab. Throw a Knife Hiki Crab, it goes down to Blight. We're not gonna have a Plumage.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
Abyss Keeper into Knight Captain Doritabu.
The horror.
And that's why we have blocks. 8 for 3 Blight though, wow. At least she gets rid of it. So, this should get rid of the Doritabu. We Guardian Nun. Just a little bit more damage there on...
Fear consumes the
Actually,
mind.
if I go all out on the Doritabu, I might get rid of it. So, blighting it. Nah, let's get rid of the Plumage. I don't want to wait for it to go away to Blight. Well, she didn't have the highest dodge because how Ebbing deck works. Okay, upping damage received on Doritabu. Poison Dart onto And we can still do door topple. Blighted for 10, it has 11 health. So if we Abyss Keeper, it goes down. And then we'll Knight Captain the Kappa.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
Lowering accuracy on Hiki. Nice.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Okay. Thrown dagger at Kappa. Kappa goes down to Blight. Going for the Hiki Crab. I'm gonna ignore the Nozuchi as long as I can. Actually, I should probably get rid of it before it does Filthy Hide. So marking, and then Knight Captain. Hiki Crab left. And on to next phase. Now, what I'm a little scared about is the stress on
A place of refuge,
Baliol.
if only for a fleeting moment.
Disgusting new Peppo. Rancid creature supposedly eating its flesh heightens survivability. Can one stomach it, though? I honestly don't remember what this does. Give me a second. So it looks like it's minus damage received for 2 battles. So let's do that on Lilia, because she's the most likely to be damaged here, I think. Especially because if something blights or bleeds her through the block, she'll still take damage. Yeah, minus damage received, plus healing received for 2 battles. Let's go. Ambush, we're gonna take out the Ushiheis. Okay, did come out of Cloaked. Thrown Dagger taking out Ushihei 1, or 2 rather. Lowering, yeah, we'll lower the accuracy on the door top. I was gonna de-stealth, but eh. Then, Blighting Doritabu moving forward. Very good dodges, Baliol. Okay. Let's blight the Doritabu. Or take him down. That's fine. You can take... You know what? Actually, you're better chance at taking the Plumage out.
Obliterated.
And then Audrey can take out Kasa Obake. Then Guardian Nun getting our blocks on everyone for the fight. So last rating, and we'll take out the Ushihei. Or at least hit him. There are the blocks. 2 on Lilia. He's down, but we're probably going to have no Plumages. Okay. Let's try to take out the Nuzuchi before he does Filthy Hide. Up damage received. So 4 and 3, so he takes 7 damage with lost damage received on him. Poison Dart. Mark Knight Captain. That way I don't get the runs or anything like that. Okay. Taking out the Oh, you're not gonna get it. But we can expunge the corpse.
Decimated.
Going for the Ushihei. Let's up the damage received on him. Then Abyss Keeper. Light takes him down.
Confluence of skill.
So I can Knight Captain the Hiki in 3. That's why we had blocks. Isonade. Not as worried about them. One action for a size 2 is kind of nice. So Windmill Chakram.
Well struck.
Row 2. Oh, that is not cool. How it keeps shoving me in that. That's some coding issues. Or not coding issues. That is problems with the fact that this is enemies that have had their HP values increased and is not a normal enemy. Blighting Hiki Crab in 4. Abyss Keeper 4. That way it's marked and blighted, so I can throw and dagger it next turn, and then we'll hit the Isonade. Up damage received on Isonade if we can. Resisted. Lower the accuracy. There we go. Well, if it's going to go into row 1, yeah, we can still Poison Dart it, and now it goes down on next action. And then Guardian Nun, Isonade. Good thing that missed. That's one person, or one or two people who don't have a block. Lowering accuracy on Isonade, that didn't hit. Mark and then Knight Captain Isonade. We can take it out this action, or this round, turn, whatever you want to call it. It actually goes down to Blight, so I can leave it alone. Or that.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit.
Up damage received on Hiki.
Inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Poison Dart. Not going to bother with the corpse there. Ooh, 2 bloomages. That is bad. We can take one out. Now it's only minus 30% dodge. And then you can take out the other.
Eradicated.
And then let's take out the corpse. So I don't have a problem with it. 3 Doratabus who can do AoE. What bad luck. Up damage received on 2. Throne Dagger on 2. Just cause plus damage. Lower accuracy just in case. Bonk. 2 left. And Odoroshi. At least we didn't get the debuff. Kinda hurts. Oh. Then the bleed's gonna take her nearly to death's door. Up damage received. No, let's take out Odoroshi there. They're quick little buggers. Now up damage to Blighted. Not as much as I had wanted. That's what bandages are for. I can expunge and take him out. I hoped. Well, marking 4, and then we'll Knight Captain the Odoroshi. I left up a plumage, that's not good. That's why blocks. Okay. Hoping these go away. Tengu, cool. Fight over. Oh, Ho-Oh, I love you.
Pause, but the symphony will soon continue.
So Ho-Oh de-stresses and heals. Good heal. We have an 8 for 3 Blight on Lilia. We need to get rid of that. Otherwise, we're pretty much good. Let's continue. Next wave. Casa Obake is going to be an easy target to get rid of, therefore making it so I don't take damage. I'm going to take out the Mini Bozu next before it does anything to me. So building up damage, and then I can go all in on a plus block. I guess that'll be next action because I can't Cloak of Shadows and I don't want to pass because I need to do this for 2 rounds in a row. I don't know if Lilia will go first next turn. Light takes out Mini Bozu. Good dodge. This I'm afraid of. Okay. Plumage is fine. Let's Blade to Odoroshi. Taking out the Bloomage.
Precision and power.
Up damage received on Odoroshi. And then on Lilia's turn, we're going to move forward again. Kind of sad that hit me. Okay. So Knight Captain takes it out, so we're going to mark the Doritabu. Zuchis, they need to go first, so don't have the best chance at blading them, but I can lower their blight resistance. That might be more important, so poison dart at them, and we do get the blight. Upping damage received on one, so he takes more. Mill Chakram, just in case he does get a chance to hit me. Like so. And then we're going to last rites into Guardian Nun, giving everyone a block. She gets 2 blocks. That got delayed a bit because Hush didn't go first for once. Alright. Blight the Doritabu. He goes down to Blight. We can take out the Bloomage with Lilia. And then both the others go for the Nozuchi. So now it's not likely to hit me. Lower the Blight resistance and Blight it. Or just lower the Blight resistance, that's fine. Now is when I really don't want to be hitting it. There's really a Fortified Torian Odoroshi there. I mean, okay. If I don't get the Oni down, like, right now, I'm gonna have to chew through the Odoroshi, which might be the better bet. Just get rid of it now, because it's gonna cover the other two.
Improvement.
We're gonna lower its protection for now. Marking it and then night captaining so I can move forward. Upping damage received, because I'm not hitting the Nozuchi while the Filthy Hide is on it. Actually, that is just permanently on it.
A dizzying blow to body
And
and brain.
that is why we had the blocks. That is the first time in a few fights, or a few times we've gotten stunned too. Up damage received, because we can only debuff it. Throwing dagger for the damage. Guardian Nun for going back, and we are not getting a block out of it, but that's fine. Go riposte. Alright, doesn't have much left. Piercing dagger takes it out.
The ground quakes.
It's kind of annoying that, like, it's at 0 health, but it's still guarding stuff. Gonna hemorrhage on the Oni. Abyss Keeper and Knight Captain Oni.
Masterfully executed.
This is gonna seem like a bad plan, but I'm gonna try to ignore the Nozuchi and then just hope the riposte gets it. I think I can still get diseased when riposting, but we'll just see what happens. Or I guess Lilia gets the blocks, so worst case scenario, she gets the minus dodge and then she takes it. I'm not having anyone else hit it. It really wants her down.
Reeling. About
That
to
8
break.
blight, man. Blighting the Ushihei. Lowering its accuracy. Throwing dagger.
The blood quickens.
Go riposte. Okay. She's gonna turn this blight into a horror, so I don't need to worry about anti-venom. Nozuchi goes down to blight. Don't need to worry about the corpse, and then it's just these two. Getting the Kappa because it can heal. That would have been some stress, so glad that didn't hit. Lowering the Now we're going to try to bleed the Kappa, lower the protection. So 4 and 4, I need 1 more damage on it. We'll go at the Yurie. Because Poison Dart takes Kappa out and doesn't leave a corpse. Okay, Shoguru needs to go. So just hitting with what I can on him. So Windmill Chakram. Poison Dart, or Poison Dagger. Blighted, 11 health left, so realistically... Oh, never mind, 8 health left. That's what I really didn't want. Thrown dagger. He goes down to blight. So I can't hit the Urie. We're just gonna get stressed. And now I can get blocks back, so with her I can safely hit the Kappas. That Resto might push it over the edge. Yeah. Well, at least I have another target for next round. 2, maybe. Taking care of Sugar. Then I ain't touching the Kappas. We'll actually just pass here and see what the Kappas do. Well, I'm hitting them for more, as much as they were going to restore, but okay. Next wave.
A closer look, perhaps?
A large urn emits a cleansing smoke from its opening. Copious amounts of incense are burning in the center. Well, a restoration for everyone. Technically, this breaks the estate rules. I forgot what this did. So I'm not supposed to have the healing. It's a whatever. There's a few ways I could go about this, but there's, other than just leaving because I have a restoration and I'm going to go into the battle with the restoration, there's not much I can do other than, like I said, leaving or going on. I've done every other fight thus far in this entire estate of however many episodes, 134, 135, without doing any healing in battle, other than what the enemy kind of gives me, or what the game gives me, like things I can't control. Could I have gone back and looked at what this was in one of my previous videos? I probably should have, because I didn't remember what it was. And it's only a 3-for-3 heal. So that's the only healing I'm going to do. It's not even going to top off Esmeralda. The one downside I see is if Esmeralda or someone else gets hit to Death's Door for whatever reason, and then this brings them off of Death's Door. That is what I would consider a loss here. Otherwise, it's kind of whatever. It's not going to heal 2 of my heroes. It should top off Lilia, and that's kind of what it should do. If no one gets hit during those 3 turns, it did its job of healing. I don't know what else to do. Because this is an hour into the recording, and that's just well, we're going to give you a restoration rather than heal you for 9. I don't know why it did that, which can be nice at times, but realistically, I'd just rather it give me the 9 heal. So I'm just going to continue on knowing the fact that technically this one fight for 3 rounds is going to break the estate rules. So we can consider the Night Parade a loss, whatever anyone wants to consider that. Everything else would have been to the estate rules. Like no stunning, no healing, no stress healing in combat other than like actual game rules that I didn't dig far enough in to turn off. And I thought I did a pretty good following it up until this point. And I even went into some of the game code, turning those off for some heroes like Lilia here. So, it's kind of I did what I could, and like, curios were one of the things that were able to heal me. Now, going into the battle, once again, it's kind of I'd rather do Night Parade once, because while it's fun, this is kind of stressful, and I'm not sure how many more attempts of this I'm going to get to try before I roll bad luck and people just die, because you know that's going to be a thing. So, onward, knowing that Akirio kind of screwed me here on the estate rules. We're going to take out the Ushihei first. Let's unstealth the Kasa Obake, or just take it out, that's cool. Ambush the Ushihei. so that I can Abyss Keeper and then Knight Captain, because 5 is not going to take out the Ushihei. The next turn, I have enough last rites to give everyone a block and we're good. Lowering the accuracy on Hiki Crab. Kind of odd that didn't give me more enemies. Blighting Hiki Crab. Blighting Hiki Crab again. It goes... Oh no, it doesn't go down to blight. Last right. Doff Bonk Hiki Crab. And there are my blocks. There are my enemies. We're gonna blight the Odoroshi. Lower accuracy on the Ushihei. It's a 4 blight, okay. Let's up damage received on the Ushihei. He goes down. Hit Odoroshi. He might go down to blight now. Yeah, Ushihei or Odoroshi and Ushihei go down. So hitting the Oni. We still have a block. We should get rid of that minus accuracy. We no longer have a block. And we are stunned. That went downhill quick. Taking out the Oni, because he hits very hard when he wants to hit. And the one person I want to have a block does not have a block. Oni goes down to Bleed and Blight. Lowering Blight resistance on Doritabu. Good dodge. That would have been bad. Okay. So, blighting Doritabu. And I should only need to hemorrhage it, and I think I'm good. So let's lower the accuracy on the Odoroshi. Hemorrhage. 40%. Oh, we didn't get the damage received. Okay. Abyss Keeper. Doritabu goes down. Knight Captain Odoroshi. Lovely. I didn't do the accuracy thing, that's why. Good dodges, good dodges. Lower accuracy on Ushihei. Guardian Nun getting block back. Taking out Odoroshi. Blighting Ushihei. Let's see here. 9 health, 4 damage. Let's lower the accuracy on the Oni. Blight the Ushihei, he goes down to Blight. Blight the Oni. Rather than Hemorrhage, I think that's the better bet. And then mark Knight Captain. He goes down to Blight. Okay. I think I just have to finish up these two. Hemorrhage on Doritabu, upping the damage received. Bladed for 3. Nice little riposte. What hits for more on Doritabu? Let's just expunge him. Actually, no, these hit for more. So, Windmill Chakram, Doritabu down. I can... This is probably down once Hiki Crab goes down, so I'm going to lunge. Abyss Keeper into Night Captain. And Hiki goes down to Blight. Oh, no, he doesn't. Now we have a bit more to do because I needed a little more damage. Just Hemorrhage then. Gonna have you move back so I can do Windmill Chakram. Let's get the Kappa Blighting the Night Captain. There's Audrey's block. And stun. Okay. Kappa should be easy to take out. So Hemorrhage, up damage received. Takes 7 Blight. Oh, no plus damage received. Piercing Dagger, he goes down. I think we have enough now. Just in case, we're taking out the half-dead Guardian Nun here. Never mind. Let's see what happens. Well, good thing we had that block for Belial. There we go. I believe this is gonna be boss time.
Resupply and recover, but be quick.
I don't remember what you do, friend. An ancient bell stands before you. While it seems to be possessed by a spirit, it doesn't seem like a threat. Ring the Bonsho Kami. What a soothing sound. It is a de-stress. It is a buff for minus stress for the quest, and I think minus stress for 22 battles? 20% stress for 2 battles. That is good. Okay. Last time, I believe.
The light, the promise of safety.
Yeah. Daitengu of the Earth. I have not fought him. I believe the one I fought before was the Heavens. So 200 health, 25 protection, 34 dodge, 3 speed. A lot of blight, lot of blight resistance. Can't move him. 108 bleed and 108 debuff. Let's lower his protection for now. I'm going to pop one of the Omen Morias just in case. Poison dart him for now. Didn't get it. Didn't even get the debuff. Oh. That is a problem. That's minus 90% dodge from me. Now, Spider Lily, does it have the same effect? It does. It just looks like it can attack me now. So I'm going to take out the Spider Lily. Try to, because now it has a dodge. Well, I'm going to minus its dodge then. And Throne Dagger, taking it out. I get my dodge back. Well, this could be a very unfortunate fight for this group. Like a very unfortunate fight. If he does that again. That still hit me. Everyone. And then seed the Baron again. Do I need to damage rush him down? Realistically, I'm not sure. He gets 2 actions around. He's going to AoE me. I have 5, 5, 22, and 24 dodge. How much damage can I do in a short amount of time? He's very resistant to blight, debuff, and everything. Okay. All in, all in, all in. Minus his dodge, please. Thank you. I can't hemorrhage him, but I can poison knife him. We have a 60%, so that is a chance of that going off. We're going to holy water here. Yeah. And poison knife him. Didn't blight. Poison dart isn't going to do what I want to him, but we can still holy water. I don't have the protection versus yokai anymore. We're using Omen. I'm hoping this lowers his blight resistance. There we go. Well, holy water. Last rites. Guardian none. That way everyone has blocks. As a just in case, because I will be hit. Oh, he transferred the blight to himself. Well, I can take care of the spider lily for now. He's gonna be in a better spot. We have a better chance to dodge. I'm going to blight him. Keep trying. Mark him move forward. This is how I have to do it, I think. He's down to 100 health, 6 blight, 5 rounds. And throwing dagger is going to do a lot. It should have. I'm hoping it doesn't get an action. Okay. I can take out this spider lily now. Thank you for the blocks, Lily. Piercing dagger on him, hope to bleed him, lower the protection more. Got the debuff at least. I need to hemorrhage to lower the up damage received on the spider lily. Lily will take it out. Throwing dagger on him again. Was kind of hoping you would do the transfer toxins, but that's fine. We're gonna remark you. Hopefully blighting. There we go. And then spider lily down. We get more dodge. Not that that's gonna matter, it seems. See the Baron. Okay. And then try to lower his accuracy, I think. Trying to blight him once more. So what I'm scared about here is the last Tengu I fought had 2 phases. I do not want that to be a thing. well, 4 blight, and then I can guardian none moving back, so it'll take the blight from this spider lily for 3, and he'll have 1 health left. Okay, he's down? Maybe? Question mark? It can't be. The last one, like... Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that if that's how that works.
At last, some sheltered corner of reality.
Okay, cool. The last boss I fought had 2 phases. That's why I was kind of sketchy. Now this, also, I want to preface, when I open this, I'm probably not going to get my loot. There was a bug for the Color of Madness Endless Quests that you do not get your loot when there's loot available or when a hero dies. I'm not sure they've fixed that bug. So when I open this, I'm expecting it to auto-close. Ornate Reliquary, an embellished golden chest meant to hold relics. Surely something of worth can be found in here. See? Lovely. And I am on the testing branch, for whatever that matters. There was a trinket in there, there was 2 ornate tea-bowls, I did not see the other thing. Unfortunate. Let's go. Final room. I did not get enough last right charges to get another block going off, so I'm going to use holy water on her. We're going to lower the accuracy on the... No, we're just going to... I can't do the other thing I want, so yeah, lower the accuracy on the Isonade. Ambushing Shogru, I need it down so it doesn't retaliating rhythm. Blighting it, because that will do more damage if it hasn't gone yet, and it didn't blight it. Alright, so we are going to Holy Water on Lilia, marking it, blighting it slightly, but not that's going to do much, and hit the Isonade. Alright, how bad is this going to be? Retaliating Rhythm. Soothing Tone, thank you, thank you. Now I can take out the Shogru before I get Retaliating Rhythm. Expunge takes it out. Higher hit rate. Up damage received on Oni. Lighting the Oni. Give block. There's a blue mage. Omen Seeker can get rid of that. Up damage received on Isonade. Didn't go off. Unfortunate. Chakram. Blue mage, give me blocks or my dodge back. Throwing dagger for the damage. Thank you, crit. And mark Knight Captain. Well, Knight Captain missed, but that's fine. We still get our mark, we still get our blight. Isonade's left, it has 20 health. Then take out Isonade. Afterward, with whatever's left, go at Kappa. Both do the same, so I'm going to Poison Dagger. Now, oh, it's not bladed. Never mind. Marking Kappa. Then we'll Knight Captain the Isonade. And Isonade is down.
Beast, the greater the glory.
Then we'll blight the Kappa even more. And I'm not sure I need to actually do too many more because this is the dawn of the new day and the end of the night parade. As you can see here, the sun is rising and you needed to survive through the night, which was the whole thing here to become their Legends of the Sunward Isle, which is kind of fun. Bonk Kappa. And Throwing Dagger on Uriye. Ushi Haze, huh? Lower accuracy on 1. Continue taking that one out. Up damage received on him. Throwing Dagger, he goes down. Mark Knight Captain Uriye in 1. She has enough. Oh, she does not have enough blight to take her out because of the Rusto. Well, not too bad of a hit. That's cool. Blue Midge needs to go down. Omen Seeker, you go first. No. Poison Dart Uriye down. No corpse. Taking out the Blue Midge. Yikes. Can still take it out. Up damage received on Uriye or Ushihei. Didn't get that either, but we did get a blight. And there we go. Ushihei down. Wait, what? Regardless. Oh, Hayakume. Okay. Blighting Ushihei. Ushihei goes down to blight. Everything else here, we're gonna last right even to give blocks, and then we go at the Hayakume. I'm not likely to get a debuff off, so I'm just going to go for the highest damage, highest crit on it. Throwing Dagger for the damage and the crit. Lovely. Alright. A higher crit rate on Poison Dagger. We also blight it. Or not. 3 blight, 10 health left. So what we can do is mark the Uriye. Knight Captain the Hayakume. Hayakume goes down to blight. I'm going to lunge at the Uriye. And that should be the fight, I'm assuming. Nope. Lower protection on Kappa. Hopefully bleeding. Fade to black, up damage. Then, let's mark the Kappa. Knight Captain him. See if we can't take him out. 13 health, 4 blight, 4 bleed, so he has like 5 left. Yeah, we'll just take him out. He goes down to blight and bleed. That's what the block was for. And that was that. Last enemy we needed down. Oh, that feels good.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Night Parade finished. I did not think I was getting through that. Not with everything I learned from the Grieving Nurarihyon because of the diseases, not with all the blue midges, especially not when I hit that boss and he said minus 90% dodge. All that's left, Sunken Captain. I'm going to dedicate an episode until I find him, and then the Darkest Dungeon 4. I have fought every other boss, I think, on this estate. I have done everything else on this estate. I have done more than I thought I would do on this estate. The Grieving Nurarihyon, the Night Parade, the Destroyer from the Stars, question mark, thing, whatever you want to call it, were not part of the plan at all when I set out for this. I legitimately thought, and everyone who I talked about with this estate told me that they were not going to be plausible. Like, they were just going to do too much damage, and even with a dodge team like this, that I probably was not going to get through it. Like, there was the smallest chance, but I most likely was not going to get through it. I even didn't think the Talon Mother was going to be a thing, or the Beholder was going to be a thing, if I was being totally honest. The Raiju is where people thought, in the Omibozu, where people thought I was going to hit my roadblock and then just go to the Darkest Dungeon for. If I'm being totally honest, when I started, like, talking to people about this estate in the very beginning, before I even, like, recorded episode 1, I was talking about what I wanted to do. Everyone was telling me I was crazy, I wasn't going to get anywhere, and if I started getting momentum, I was going to be, like, blocked by getting anywhere by the Omibozu, and if I did get past that, the Raiju was going to be almost impossible. We talked about it, and they talked me out of doing the Vermintide, specifically because of the Grey Seer, and I'm not sure the Grey Seer would have been a great idea even looking back at this, because of his AoE damage and how much he can do. Like, if he hit a single hero, they would have been down to death's door. Now I'm wishing I almost tried, because, like, it's too late to install it now. I'd have to do this estate all over. But now I'm almost wishing I tried just to see if I could get past the Grey Seer. But I'm also thinking back on it and going, how would I have done the Plague Priest? Because that would have been something. But holy cow, I have gotten so much done on this estate that I never thought I would. I feel so happy about how this has turned out. There's just the smallest things left to finish it up, and I have plans about how those are going to work and how they're going to be done. And we're almost there, and the No Hope estate is almost complete. 25,000 gold for completing the Night Parade. We've got the Rattling Skull, which can be useful, plus 4 damage if in position 4, plus 25% crit if in position 3, minus 30% accuracy if in position 2, and minus 30% stun resistance if in position 1. Weakening Curse now has a stun attached to it. Vulnerability Hex now has a bleed attached to it. It's an amazing trinket for the occultist that we already lost, that I don't plan on training another one for. Was there really only 60 kills for that? I swear there were more. Either way, over an hour and a half of recording, we did it. Audrey got a disease, she's now bulimic. Lilia got anemic, so we will get rid of that. Fairweather Fighter on Baliol, which kinda is funny because he hardly got hit, plus 20% damage if HP above 99%, which actually kinda works out. And Esmeralda got Warren's Adventurer.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So Audrey, let's get rid of that. Lilia, let's get rid of anemic. I am just at a loss. Let's unequip these. So, like I said, I'm going to dedicate an episode to going into the cove. We're going to find the sunken captain, especially now that Baliol is alive. We needed him alive for the ghostly chained quirk to find the sunken captain. If we get more of that quirk, awesome, we don't need him, but we specifically need him alive to find the sunken captain. I'm gonna make an episode that might be a little long. It might be a 30-minute episode because I only need to go one more time. It might be a 2-hour episode because I need to go like 6-7 more times. We're going until we find him or until Baliol dies. After that, we're going to the Darkest Dungeon 4, and then that is the No Hope estate. That is what's left. That is legitimately all that is left on this estate. I could do the Night Parade 2 to 3 more times, or however many, but I don't feel like that is a good use of the time, because there are 2 more bosses in the Night Parade, but they are randomly generated, so if I go in again, I might get the Daitengu of the Earth again, or I might get a different boss. And if some of the heroes die, it's generally a roll of the dice, like how we get through that. I'm surprised we got through that how we did, but you saw on the Grieving Nurarihyon that we had a hero hit death's door and had to make it until I got to a spot that could heal me. If that heal wouldn't have been right there, she would have had to make it 2 or 3 possibly more sections until I was capable of getting a heal. It is very risky, and I don't think it's worth just going and going and going until I get all 3 bosses. So that's why just Cove, DD4. Not sure what we'll be bringing into the Cove, but we'll have some fun with that and see what happens and go from there. So that'll be it for this time. Not much left. Almost there. Can't believe we've done this. So thanks for watching thus far. We're almost there. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.